Android specific LLM leaderboard and benchmarks. We finally have it. Well, we had it for 3 or 4 months now, but they released it and it seemed that it was abandoned, but they were working on a new version, updating how they are running the benchmarks, and we finally have the new updated one, and this one will hopefully stay up to date. I was waiting to film this. I was waiting at least for Opus 4.8 to be introduced in the list, but now we have also Fable 5, and we will see the leaderboard itself. We will analyze it a bit. We will see some definitely surprising things that are in there. We will see how they constructed this benchmark. I will go through some examples of the issues that they were benchmarking on, and I will also talk about some questionable things and why I don't trust it 100%. Let's first take a look at the leaderboard and see what's going on there. So, to nobody's surprise, basically, Claude Fable 5 is ranked number 1. It's 4.3% above GPT 5.5, and I had it for my own experience. GPT 5.5 was the best one in my experience. Opus models were not great, like not Sonnet, but Opus 4.6, Opus 4.7, 4.8, they were not that great. I was really frustrated with them, but 5.4 GPT and 5.5, they were very I was very satisfied with them, and these three have a substantial jump, like 4% between them, and the other ones is like up to 2%. What I was surprised with was GLM 5.2, that it was this high. It was basically 0.2% below Opus 4.8, but again, one surprising thing when it comes to that is like it ran for almost 40 hours, while Opus 4.8 ran for nearly 7 hours, and Opus was cheaper. So we have a flagship from the flagship model from Anthropic going against OpenWeight GLM 5.2, and the Anthropic one is faster, a lot faster, and a bit cheaper. Kimi K2.7 also surprised me. Like, it was obvious that it would be above Opus 4.7, but it's close to 4.8 also. Again, we have some crazy runtimes compared to Opus, like 32 hours almost, but again, this one wasn't so surprising, but it was also almost half the price of Opus 4.8. This is the end of the list. So we see Kimi K2.5 above Sonnet, but Sonnet models were never that good. 3.5 Flash, it is at the ballpark of 4.8. 3.1 Pro Preview scored pretty well, but I'm interested in how GPT 5.6 will do on this one. Again, it also dropped 2 or 3 days ago in the time of filming this, and I played with it for a bit, and I think that it would outperform Fable 5. Maybe not for much, but I think that it would definitely outperform it for Android specific work. I don't know how they got these prices, because they were running on API pricing, and basically 5.5 was more expensive and ran longer than Fable 5. Like, this is awesome, but also a bit strange. Sonnet, surprisingly good for Sonnet model. It's Sonnet 5. It runs in loops. It it gets confused all the time from what I was seeing when working with it, but it performed well on this benchmark. Let's just see the changes that they made and some questionable things about this benchmark. We will briefly go over what's new. So they have new framework, Harbor, that makes it easier to run the same benchmark for different models using the same skills. It makes it, they made it easier, and Harbor also makes it easier for us to contribute if anyone wants to, and we can run the same benchmark as they have. Well, speaking about the benchmark, it's a SWE style benchmark. They have 100 tasks that they curated. They went through popular repositories. Repositories had to have 500 and more stars. They went through tasks, handpicked them, and they have what I would say is a pretty nice mix of tasks. 71% Kotlin tasks, 25% Java. I don't know where 4% went, probably a mix of the two, but I don't know. This is what they state in their methodology. They have a nice split between apps and libraries that they use for the benchmark, because of course you will not work the same way for apps and libraries. Interface should be different, user base is different, and users of libraries are developers. The API is different, modularization is different. They have Compose 41% and Views 59%. I was surprised by this, but they say that this is backed by real app data. I was surprised because, I mean, I did not use Views in any code base for, I would say, 4 years now, maybe more. I don't know when exactly beta version of Compose dropped, but since then, basically. They had a mix of couple lines of code changes to the maximum of 435 lines changed. The median lines of code changes were 35, and 46% of tasks had 27 or less lines, so pretty small tasks. And that brings us to some potential problems that I see with this type of benchmark. First, I don't like that we don't see the cost. I mean, we see the cost average, but again, these are API prices. It's not ran through Harness, and I don't know how caching was handled in this scenario, but I would like to see them running their native harnesses, because Harness contributes to the model being good as much as the actual model and training data. Harnesses make it great, and pricing, they said, was not consistent. Again, it cannot be consistent when it runs through API pricing. I don't know how caching was implemented, that I mentioned already. We don't see the configuration that they ran these models in. If we just see that it was Fable 5, for example, or GPT-5.5, but we don't see was it run, for example, on high, extra high, max. Was this on high, medium, extra high thinking? None of that. The biggest problem that I have with it is that it is SWE style benchmark. They handpicked up to 3-year-old issues that were solved. PR fix was linked to picked issue, and code was already in the code base, so fix was already there, provided. They mention that they ran some safeguards for against data contamination. For example, Bing Bench canary string to discourage those tasks to be included in training corpora. But again, they cannot retroactively remove those from training data, and if there were these issues and this code was open sourced for 3 years, and it definitely made it into a training data. They cannot retroactively remove it. Again, this is something to discourage, not ban, not like it depends on who will follow it. From what I understand reading this, they will discourage it from including in their dataset training corpora, but again, that's not clear. They said that they were running audits and that they were taking a close look into what model was doing. Was it cheating or was it a legitimate fix? But again, I would question the validity of it, because SWE benchmark isn't a great benchmark for a long time. Like Deep, SWE is a much better choice for this type of benchmarking, in my opinion, and it grows more and more popular, and SWE is about to be retired. Basically, they all cheat on this one. But what Deep SWE benchmark is building a new features. Instead of solving existing solved issues, you would give a model a new feature to build and it would go ahead and build it. That is much better way of scoring it, and it's more representative of what the models are capable of. If we take a look at some of these things, for example, we have issue on Android Maps Compose, and we have a fix for it. So like this is a very small one file change. Again, it is linked here. Models have access to it. It made it into a training data. This was, I mean, you would not even run agent for this. Again, this is another issue that they included in their training set. It has a detailed description, it has a discussion, it has a pull request attached to it, 3 files changed, but 43 added, 9 removed. This is a bit more involved issue, but again, the fix was already in code, everything was linked to the issue, pull request fix was already linked, so I wouldn't trust it that much, but at least we finally have something that is Android specific. I think that a lot more web apps and the front end with JavaScript made it into general training data, not so much for Android and iOS apps, because these models just are flaunting on some most rudimentary tasks. From my own experience, I'm trying to use them, but they are failing for some pretty easy things. And yeah, that's it. We had a look, and I'm really looking for GPT 5.6 to be included into this benchmark. Guys, let me know what you think in comments, and were you surprised by any of this, like pricing, time that it took to run? Like this is just 40 hours compared to 7 hours, etc. And yeah, let's talk about it. Like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next one.